Hey everyone, welcome to Open. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host, Café con Leche, for the next hour, inviting you to get social with us online. That is, tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while you're there, you can follow me on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, and LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. So it's the holiday season and everyone loves a holiday classic, whether it's in film or a TV special or a musical. So our next guests are part of the off-Broadway production, A Christmas Carol, the musical, a re-adaptation of Charles Dickens' classic holiday tale about the joy of community triumphing over selfishness. And joining us to tell us more, we welcome Brenda Bell, Eric Fletcher, Sue Ellen Mandel, and Andrea Woodbridge. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for being in the holiday spirit, Eric. Woo!
Yeah, got to represent.
Yeah, except yours says Scrooge. I don't know about that. oh, it says bah humbug. What does it say?
It says bah humbug.
Bah humbug. Right. So,
you can't have Christmas Carol without it.
Of course. But welcome. And again, I would like to open up with Brenda, because Brenda, you're the playwright. I know you're also one of the performers, but can you just share with us what makes this rendition different from the classic?
Well, first of all, the show's been running for 13 years. And when I wrote it 13 years ago, along with Michael Skoros, the composer, we never really imagined that it would run for so long and become such a holiday tradition. But we actually have families that come back every single year to see the show. It's part of their Christmas. And I think it's the company and the theater itself that make it different. We're very true to the classic story, but it's just a very warm environment. You walk in, it's friendly, it's fun. You know, people can be comfortable. It's an intimate theater, so they're very close to the action, and it has beautiful music, traditional music as well as original music, and I think it's the actors that really bring it to life. You know, every year we have some that have done it before, and then we have actors who have been in it forever from the beginning. And we have a dog.
you have actors that have been in it the entire 13 years?
We do. Eric Fletcher has been in it since the very beginning, but not always Scrooge.
Wow. Well, I know you're also the vocal director. So let's talk about the dual role in this rendition.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I get to play Scrooge, which is absolutely incredible. But I also get to be the vocal director, which means I teach all of the cast their different vocal parts and the songs and all of the harmonies and things like that. And I think it's a really cool experience to be able to be both, to be able to bond with my cast in a production realm, but also be an actor and be part of it and get to be one of them. And so it makes us feel like a family. It's super fun.
So who's the star, you or the dog?
Oh, the dog is absolutely the star. Bravo is incredible at his role. He is the most believable dog you will ever see on stage. So I couldn't even come close to his level of realism.
Oh my gosh, what, that must have been something training that one with the vocals.
Oh yeah, well, you know, we actually do a little singing in the rain trick with him. Brenda does his vocals from behind, and everyone just thinks it's Bravo singing. It's amazing.
Oh, gotta love you. I'm a thespian myself, so I love live theater, and so I can only imagine the playtime you've all had. Sue Ellen, excuse me. Yes, please do share with us how many times you've been part of this production, if not your first.
Okay, this is my third time doing it. Last year was a little sad mix, you know, because we thought maybe we could perform, but then we ended up filming it, which was wonderful, but not what we dreamed. You know, there's nothing like a responsive audience, particularly for A Christmas Carol. There's something so touching about the audiences, and they will tell you what a family tradition it is. Many of these people, it's part of what they do every Christmas. They come to see A Christmas Carol, and there's nothing like it. You know, to be in the middle of Greenwich Village, Christmas, in a story about Christmas is just amazing. It's sweet.
It's sweet. And what role do you play?
I play Mrs. Holly, the solicitor, and I collect money for the needy.
She
Nice.
tries anyway.
Yeah.
I try.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Eric?
She tries anyway to collect money.
Ebenezer
Andrea,
won't give me any.
oh my gosh, don't give away too much. No, I'm kidding. Do what you have to get them there. I mean, this is a whole new audience we're introducing it to. So Andrea, and yourself, is this your first or your second, third, 13th?
This is my first time in this production, and it's been amazing. I play the Ghost of Christmas Past as well as Franny.
Nice. You got to exercise your range, right?
Absolutely, I get to haunt it up and then be a loving wife to Fred.
Oh my gosh, talk about therapy, right? So you know, Brenda, Sue Ellen mentioned that you guys went virtual last year, and that must have been an undertaking within itself, because now you're trying to present it in another form that is still engaging. What was that like for all of you to come together in the theater this year?
Oh, it was just amazing. I mean, the theater was closed for 13 months. And, you know, we run year round, you know, 12 months a year. So we all had separation anxiety. We were all really needing to be back together again. So it really was special this year after having a whole year away from the theater. It really was. Every year it's special, but this was even more special just to hear the audience out there. It's really different when you try to do a film piece. Just technically it's different, but also not having any response. It's just, you realize how much that fuels your performance. And it's like, theater is much more, it's interactive with the audience as well. And you build with each other. Whereas when you're filming it, you know, you don't have that element.
Yeah. So Eric, you've been doing this 13 years. You guys opened on November 28th. So what's different for you this year than all the other years?
Oh, I think I'm just more excited to do it this year, just to actually be back in front of a live audience and to tell the story. It's such a timeless story, and it always impacts what's going on in the real world. You know, you can see elements of this story in politics throughout time. And so to be able to bring this story to people now, I think is even more important than ever. So I'm just so excited to be able to do it.
I know it is a timeless classic in so many forms, right? And I personally feel that right now we need as much awareness brought into mental wellness as possible. And so the fact that you guys are doing it, and I was under the impression, I haven't seen it yet, but I will be seeing it this year. I will be coming with my daughter. That maybe you urbanized it a little bit because it is Scrooge in the East Village. So I was wondering, like, what makes it New York flavored, let's say?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think there's a lot of energy from the youth in the cast as well. We have a lot of young people who are New Yorkers in the cast, and so they bring that energy into the performance. And there's like a contemporary feel to the piece, but it is very much set back in 1843. It just relates to people today, even though it's from a long time ago.
And so I have a reaction from an audience member who, I think this makes it very New York. He says it's so neat. In other words, we are very choreographed and very crystal clear about what we're doing. And I think that's very New York.
I like that. She's like, precision, you know, that's how we do it in New York. Before we go, we cannot end this segment without discussing this wonderful program that you also offer. That is the, what is it? It's called the pre-show. Wait, I'm looking for it.
Yeah. Family workshop, family arts workshop.
Walk us through that and what that experience is like.
It is really special. A Christmas Carol is for all ages, but we wanted to have something for families that have young children where they could come to a special matinee that's for families where they didn't have to be quite as concerned about if their child was a little restless. But we also provide a pre-show workshop, and it's Eric, myself, and Michael Skoros who wrote the music. And we talked to them about how we took the book and turned it into a musical, and they get to sample some of the music and the instruments. We talk about the characters. Eric talks to them about what it's like to do theater and what we need. And so our hope is that by the time they're done with the workshop, they feel very comfortable in the space and really ready to see the show. And you can tell it works because during the show, you know, they're just so engaged. And I think that the workshop is a big part of it. And they get to have that special contact with us, you know, kind of come across the footlights.
Yeah, it makes it magical. It definitely makes it magical because it's like they touched it. So
yes. And
awesome.
this year, Bravo has been joining us for the workshop. He's the dog.
Oh my God, Bravo's in that act too.
Yes, of course. It's his favorite part, belly rubs.
Of course, after this tumultuous 2 years we've had. And I mean, thank you for bringing cheer to our audience, to our viewers, obviously to New Yorkers, Brenda Bell, playwright, Eric Fletcher, Scrooge. We got Sue Ellen Mandel, who is a actress, and Andrea Woodbridge, who is also an actress. Once again, we're talking about A Christmas Carol, the musical, and that is currently running and will be running until December 30th. And for tickets, please visit ScroogeInTheVillage.com. All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll get some last-minute wrapping tips as we get ready for the holidays. Don't go anywhere.